Good evening. Welcome to Galway GAA TV. Welcome to Tuam Stadium. It's the start of the Senior Football Championship for 2025, sponsored by the Bond Secours. Tonight, it's a Group 3 clash between Annaghdown and Dunmore MacHales. It's the first of our 6 live games over the weekend, and along with our partners Galway Bay FM and Streamsport, you can get details of all those other 5 matches over the next 2 days on all their socials. I'm delighted to be joined in Tuam Stadium on co-commentary by Kevin Dwyer. Kevin, I suppose the inter-county scene is over. It's back to clubs. It's a very competitive Galway Club Championship always, and we've got a lovely opener here tonight in Tuam.
Oh, it's a treat really, Jamie, to see the Club Championship up and running again, and to be back here in Tuam for a start. I think it's very fitting. The pitch is looking absolutely magnificent. Both teams out warming up at the moment, and I'd say there's a whole lot of nervousness in it. It's a new championship and it's new rules for the first time in this championship. It'll be interesting to see how teams have adapted to that, because of course they've had a lot of league experience using the rules, and would imagine that they'll be well bedded into that situation, and I don't imagine we'll have too many problems here tonight from that point of view.
Hopefully not. New rules for us as well, as we try and keep you updated with what's happening all over the pitch, but it's a good opener here. There are a number of changes. We'll go through those changes on the two teams. A lot of big names not playing for both sides, but that is the nature of football at the moment. We'll go through the two teams as we take a look firstly at Dunmore MacHales, and they're starting 15 here this evening in Tuam Stadium, and they start with Conor Gleeson in goal, a full back line of Rory Walken, Colin Comer and Cathal Meehan. The half back line sees Sean Murray, Matthew Reddington and Luke Murray, and at midfield is the partnership of Jake Slattery and Thomas Gleeson. The half forward line is Jack Jordan, Brendan Carr and Dylan Brady, and the full forward line of Colm Costello, Pádraig Costello and Shane McGrath. So that is your Dunmore MacHales team that come here to Tuam Stadium tonight to take on Annaghdown, and the Annaghdown starting 15, they're down to our right hand side in their warm up as well, and have been for some time. In goal is number 16 James Healy. The full back line is 2 Johnny Craven, 27 Dara Scully and 17 Ethan Ford. The half back line reads 5 Dara Meehan, 6 Dermot Kilcommons and 7 O'Kelly. The midfield partnership is the captain Owen Reddington and John Lynn. Half forward line number 10 Rian Duggan, 11 Enda Mularkey and 12 Niall Brady. 13 is Stephen Curley, 29 is Jack Dowd, and 15 in the corner is Frankie Burke. So there are two teams prior to the game here tonight. We said earlier it's a competitive Group 3, and that's exactly what it is, because Kevin, you've been keeping a close eye on since the draws were made a few weeks ago, and this was one of the groups that came up as being, a really, really close group.
Yeah, it is a hot group, of course. Tuam Stars and Clare Galway are the other two teams featuring in this group, so it's very important for this couple here tonight to, whoever gets a victory here tonight will be in the driving seat really in the group, because the other game is not on till 5 o'clock in Kenny Park on Sunday. So losing here tonight could be very costly, Tommy. Put you under a lot of pressure. From a point of view of the Annaghdown side, Damien Comer not featuring is a really, a massive blow to them, because you'd imagine if Damien was playing, that it'd really give them a strong hand. But without him, you don't know what it's going to be like. I noticed that Frankie Burke is out there and he's getting a bit of treatment while he was out there. He was getting some massage while he was there. So, he's a great servant, but, how long he'll be able to keep it up, you'd wonder. But then when you look at the downside, James Healy is a veteran goalkeeper. He's really good. But they have a couple of good young lads in there, particularly the two Kilcommonses. They'll be very strong at 6, and you'd imagine that they'll play a big role in it. Dahi is listed in the subs. And also you have young players like Ethan Ford and Owen Kelly, Rian Duggan and, Jack Dowd. These players are all good players, so they have a good, strong, youthful side as well involved. But from the Dunmore point of view, there's a couple of changes. The full back line for me, Colin Comer has come in at full back. That was a kind of a surprise for me. He's a very good cornerback. We've seen him play, very strong role for them. And of course, from the point of view of Dunmore, they're really on a high because they won the Division 3 title and they've been promoted, and they beat St. James's quite easily here, 121 to 2-6. I was at that particular game, and they were very impressive. And of course, what was really impressive about them was the two Costello brothers in particular, and Colm Costello, who was in with Galway. They have Conor Gleeson, who was in with Galway as well, and of course they have the players like Jake Slattery, young players like Jake Slattery, Brendan Carr, Shane McGrath, all good solid young players that are going to that have brought Dunmore to this level and will want to push on from here. So Dunmore did very, very well last year. They were very competitive, and I'd imagine we're going to have a very competitive game here this evening.
Yeah, well, let's hope so, as we open up the Secours Galway Senior Football Championship for 2025. Kevin, we saw in the All-Ireland final last weekend how important the 2-pointers were. It was probably the difference between the sides in the end when you added everything all up. The clubs have had their chance to get used to these now during the league campaign as well, and we'll be looking out to see who are the rising stars of 2-pointers and what team has it off to a top mark.
Yeah, and of course here in Tuam Stadium, the town goal is usually the scoring goal, but this evening the breeze is coming from the town end, blowing towards the scoreboard end. So I'd imagine that if there's any chances of 2-pointers, it will be the team that will be playing on our right here, playing left to right as we look out. So it'll be the team that I'd imagine that's going to be playing into the scoreboard end. And from the point of view of this first half, it looks like it will be Annaghdown that's playing that way.
Absolutely. We're looking forward so much to the start of the football championship here in Galway. A little bit disappointing at inter-county level, but our championship always brings excitement. It brings talking points, some plays, some great plays. And tonight we have the referee Martin Flaherty in the middle of the field. In for the throw-in is number 8 from Annaghdown, Owen Reddington, and number 18 for Dunmore MacHales is Shane McGrath. Dunmore play from right to left, as Kevin said, as we look out at the referee, just checking the watch on the left hand, checking with his officials, as Pádraig Dandy Kelly is the lineman on this side, as Austin, I think it's on the far side as well, Austin O'Connell.
Yeah.
So there are, the referee says, throw it in. We're up and underway for the Senior Football Championship in Galway for 2025. Dunmore MacHales win the early ball and drive forward through their wing. Number 10, Matthew Reddington from the centre half back spot. He's just outside the big arc here, but he's overturned there. Annaghdown do good work and send a long ball in towards the full forward line. Out in front there as goes to ground. The referee says play on. The good defensive work by Dunmore MacHales, and in the end the referee has spotted a foul taken quickly by Dunmore MacHales out towards the centre. Picked up on that occasion by Jake Slattery now on a sole run, being chased by two Annaghdown players, but a lovely ball inside towards the Pádraig Costello. Costello now gives another lovely pass, this time in towards Colm now. Taking on his cornerback Johnny Craven, but it's forced back out the feed again, and he'll go all the way back outside his own 45. But it's Dunmore MacHales enjoying the early possession here in Tuam Stadium. We're just inside the second minute here now. Dunmore looking to work it forward, but again the bodies are in there, the hands are in, and somehow the maroon and white jerseys get a touch that's also vital to take the ball away, as the ball is given back towards the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you can't pass it back to the goalkeeper, Tommy, that's the rule. An error there from Annaghdown passing the ball back to the goalkeeper, and so it's going to be a 45. Great work here in defending from Colin Comer. We were just mentioning him, and as we were in our preview there, Tommy, he was playing cornerback from Dunmore, but he showed that he's able to step into the number 3 position there, came out and was very commanding to come out and win a ball there. And from a Dunmore point of view, you could see the work there of Pádraig and Colm Costello. The two brothers have a kind of a telepathic sense between them. So Conor Gleeson now coming up to take this 45 from the error that Annaghdown passed the ball back.
Yeah, no better man for Dunmore MacHales to step up to take a 45. Done it on numerous occasions in the maroon and white and in the green and white, and this is the first real scoring opportunity for the opening score of the 2025 Galway Senior Football Championship, as Gleeson, just 2 steps is enough for him, strikes it in, strikes it high and puts it up and over the black spot. It's the opening score. The white flag will go up and register Dunmore's first score. Brilliant kick, Kevin, and no effort needed whatsoever.
Yeah, the couple of paces back, it gives you great control, Tommy, when you're coming up, as you know yourself from being a former free taker. It gives you that kind of control, that you can drive your foot through the ball and onto the target.
Yeah, perfect strike by Gleeson opens his and Dunmore's account as Annaghdown now in possession outside the 45-metre line. Advantage being played to Diarmuid Kilcummins. Doesn't want to take it, wants to drop it in. Ball comes off the upright.
That's a 2-pointer.
And the umpires go, that's our first 2-pointer of the championship as well. So what a score, what a response by Diarmuid Kilcummins.
Yeah, and another man we mentioned in the preview, Diarmuid Kilcummins there, showing that he's not just a centre-back, he can actually, put the ball over the bar. Great 2-pointer. Just on the edge of the arc, Tommy. What a score that has been.
Yeah, super score. We were just chatting about the Dunmore score when up the field came Annaghdown, and courtesy of the boot of Diarmuid Kilcummins sent the ball over the crossbar with the aid of the upright, as Dunmore now sent a lovely ball in around the house. Comes out of the hands of the Dunmore MacHales player, touches it on the ground. Referee very close to the action in there, in fairness, Martin Flaherty. We're in the 4th minute of the first half, and Annaghdown lead this one 2 points to 1 and have a free with James Healy, their goalkeeper, inside his own 40-metre line and goes towards the sideline here. Looks to be a lot on that, but Dara Meehan did well to keep it in. And now it's transferred towards Rian Duggan. Duggan fouled. It'll be a free to the men in maroon and white who want to take it quickly. Lovely transfer of the ball towards Dara Meehan again. And Annaghdown work it out towards the far side. Kilcummins involved in this move again. Going to go for another one from way out the field. That's an ambitious effort that's going to tail out to the left hand side and wide. Probably rushed that one a little bit, Kevin. There's no doubt that he has the distance with that little bit of a breeze behind him.
Yeah, the breeze is a big advantage. But look at this kick out from Gleeson. Huge kick out over the 65-metre line on the other side of the field.
Yeah, this opens up for Dunmore MacHales now as they drive forward. Opportunity here, exchange of passes. Will they go for the point? They will. They tap it up and over the bar. Super score. And that all stemmed from that long kick out that Kevin alluded to. Colm Costello, the man in the end, that levels it up at 2 points apiece. Super score.
Yeah, great work there as well from Jack Jordan. Another one of those fine young Dunmore players made the pass to Colm Costello. Was he thinking of going for a goal himself? I don't know. But he opted instead to pass it to Colm Costello. And Costello will make no mistake from that position.
Dunmore win the kick out again rather easily, it has to be said. Pressure comes on, foul given, and Dunmore take it quickly. The pace of the game is fast. In the opening minutes, there's a high tackle there by an Annaghdown player on the Dunmore MacHales man.
Matthew Reddington, yeah.
Outside the D, and the referee will go to his book and he will have a word with the Annaghdown player. It looks like it's Rian Duggan, or it's in fact Enda Malarkey. Not a yellow card for Enda Malarkey in the early stages, Kevin. You don't want to be picking them up in the opening 5 or 6 minutes.
No, you don't really, Tommy. But he was very unlucky, really, in a sense, because the man came at him very quickly, Matthew Reddington, and he put the hand up and he just caught him too high. And fair play, justice is done. Free in, and a chance now of a 2-pointer because this one is outside the arc. We saw him put the 45 over the bar, so this one is even closer.
Yeah, and it's as central as the other one, the initial one was, so you'd be fancying Conor Gleeson all day long to send this over with a bit of change to spare, but it's still got to be kicked as we tick into the 7th minute here in Tuam Stadium. 2 points apiece currently. That might be about to change as Gleeson gets a lovely connection on that. That's a super score. Sends that one in. It's given as a 1-pointer. The Dunmore MacHales are appealing for a 2-pointer. It was outside the D. I think the linesman here is having a word with the referee, but it's chalked down as a 1-pointer at the moment. But that is some of the teething problems I think here that we're going to have, as Dunmore currently lead by 3-2 according to everyone out in the field. Ball across, broken down, and now they can come away with it. As work it out of defence. Conor Gleeson with the second successful kick has given Dunmore the lead here in the 8th minute of the first half, and they're in possession again, and they look lively and they look threatening when they go forward. and forward they want to go, and here they go again into Colm Costello. They have a man over here, but they don't want to take it. They'll take the point instead. Send it up and over the bar. Colm Costello with the score, his second point of the day, as the referee is now being
I think Pádraig Kelly is telling them here that the free was outside the arc, and that it was a 2-pointer, and it was definitely outside the arc. There's no doubt about it. We identified it straight away. The referee has stopped the clock, so there's going to be a little bit of a delay here while he gets sorted out with the score and the scoreboard. Yeah, and that will be rectified very shortly, I'd imagine. I was waiting for that to get the put it up. Conor Gleeson will be registered with 2 points, so it'll be 5 points to 2. And it still hasn't changed on the scoreboard, but it's we have it now at 5 points to 2 in favour of Dunmore MacHales. The ball breaks this time for the men from Annaghdown, who have an opportunity to move it back towards Jimmerkill Commons, who looks lively for Annaghdown, going for a score. That one close to the upright again, comes back off the upright into play. Scoring opportunity for Dunmore, or for Annaghdown, sent over the bar. Brilliant score there, taken by Stephen Curley. Kept his eye on the ball all day long and made sure that Annaghdown got something out of that attack, and that puts it to 5 points to 3 with the we're looking at about 8 minutes gone on the clock, Tommy. Okay, and here go Dunmore MacHales. Quick response back again, fisted ever across the face of the goal, but grabbed by the goalkeeper in there and taken away and moved out this side of the field by the Annaghdown men. They need and want to go forward now to try and eat back into this 2-point deficit. Player is being mopped up there. It's a great work by Dunmore MacHales, and they've overturned it again. The harassing of the Annaghdown players trying to come out with it. So here go Dunmore MacHales outside the D. Colm Costello thought about the 2-pointer, gives it back instead in turn towards Dylan Brady, and Dunmore will recycle it. They're inside the big arc, so they're not going to go for a 2-pointer from there, but they're forced back out the field once again. The last point wasn't given as a 2-pointer, and I think the explanation might be, Tommy, that the foul was committed inside the D and the free was taken outside the D. Okay, so we'll go with what's up there. We'll confirm it later on. The bottom line is there's just a point in it right now at 4 points to 3. As Dunmore MacHales enjoy more possession to Pádraig Costello, who sprays it to this side towards the man wearing number 19. That's Brendan Carr. Annaghdown with their defensive setup in place, trying to deny any space to the men in green, but it's back outside towards Colm Costello. In it goes again, lovely touch back, and Costello off the right boot. That's the best score of the day so far. Colm Costello with his third effort, brilliantly worked by Dunmore MacHales, and Costello in the end finishes and sends it up and over the bar. It's a great score, Tommy, and we've seen that now. They have played 3 or 4 passes like that inside the D and around the D, and each of those passes has come off, and if the ball goes to Colm Costello, he's absolutely lethal. Here go Annaghdown on the rebound on the attack straight away, but a fisted effort in over the top towards their corner forward Stephen Curley, as that way overhit, and it allows Dunmore MacHales to start their attack from their own 45 metre line and work it to this side of the field. In possession, Matthew Reddington. Cross field it goes. Plenty of Dunmore players making themselves available here. No more so than this man, Colm Costello. Costello goes to ground. Just to throw the ball under his legs, rugby style. He nearly got away with it. The scoreboard has changed, Tommy, eventually. So now we have to change our opinion, because it seems that the Conor Gleeson free was a 2-pointer. Yeah. I thought that from initially, but we had to wait and see what happened with the scoreboard. 6 points to 3, but here go Annaghdown, and with a chance of a shot that comes in and goes over the bar by Rian Duggan, dipping over the crossbar. 6 points to 4, and Rian Duggan gets a good response with that point back for Annaghdown in the 11th minute. We make it now played here in Tuam Stadium in the first of our 6 live games over the next 3 days. 2 tomorrow, 3 on Sunday. All details on Galway GAA TV, Galway Bay FM and Stream Sport socials. So all details of games and how to watch them are on there, as
Dunmore MacHales win a free back in their own half back line and take it quickly. They lead by 6 points to 4. Interesting opening 11 and a half minutes or so here in Tuam Stadium. Little or nothing separating the sides, but Dunmore MacHales look the livelier when they go forward. Ball inside now towards Pádraig Costello. Skims by his man, looking for a point off the right boot. Kicks it very, very high. The umpires are having a look. They're happy enough to go for the white flag. It's a super score by Pádraig Costello, another Dunmore MacHales player on the score sheet. 7 points to 4. Great score, Kevin.
Oh, great score from out on the right hand side. High ball kicked in, very high. The umpires kept their eyes on it all the way, Tommy. No doubt about it, that one straight over the bar. And certainly you'd have to say that on the balance of things, with Annaghdown playing with the wind, the more are in control.
Here goes Jimmer Kilcommon straight from the throw-in,
pull
to ground. And Dunmore MacHales will feel aggrieved maybe that there was a knock to Brendan Carr in the build-up to that. Kilcommon's gathered the ball cleanly from the delivery, but in the end there's a Dunmore MacHales player down injured. Annaghdown have the free, and it's the first chance, I think it's the first touch for Frankie Burke, Kevin, in this game, and he's going to be a free.
Yeah, it's the first time you mentioned him in commentary.
It's going to be a chance for the wily old head, we'll call him, experienced campaigner of Annaghdown, who seems to never grow old and appears year after year on the Annaghdown team sheet. Tries to get his first score of the championship and does get his first score, and Frankie guides that one between the uprights for a free for Annaghdown and bring it back to a 2-point ball game. 7-5.
Yeah, good score from the Annaghdown point of view, but you'd have to say the big factor for Annaghdown is the work that's being done by their centre back, Diarmuid Kilcommons. You know, he's coming through all the time, coming through the middle. He's very big, very powerful. He's carrying the ball. He's, running in on top of the Dunmore players. He's getting by players. And, he really is very, very effective for Annaghdown.
Gleeson with the kick. That'll hang up and drop between the 65 and the 45 in favour of Dunmore MacHales. Brilliant work by them, transferring the ball quickly. Here's a chance now. Ball flicked away initially. Referee playing advantage. We'll go back for the advantage to Shane McGrath. And Dunmore MacHales will get a chance to go 3 ahead again.
Yeah, Jake Slattery doing great work there for Dunmore and getting that ball forward to Shane McGrath. McGrath tackled initially, broke the tackle, got through, but second time around fouled. And Pádraig Costello should have no bother with this one.
Costello then just on the 21 metre line. Straight in front of the post to the goal down to our left hand side. And he'll have a chance to give a 3-point advantage to his side if he can just guide this over gently with the right boot. Little jinky run up out the outside of the inside the boot and puts that between the uprights. 15 minutes or thereabouts nearly gone here now as Costello gets another one for his side. Sees them lead by 8 points to 5. Early signs here that Dunmore are going to run at Annaghdown whenever they get the chance, be it from defence or midfield. They just want to move that ball pretty quickly, and Annaghdown themselves, to be fair, are not too shy in getting forward either. And one man in particular, Jimmer Kilcommons, is really bringing the game from centre back up towards them. It's a nice ball in off the top. Will it work out for Annaghdown? It does, but the pass goes astray. Dunmore MacHales defensively have been very strong in there. They've made Annaghdown work for every score that they've got, but again it's the transfer through the hands, the fast pass, and they get it away. It's the turn of pace that's the difference, and here it is again. They've got men running from all angles. Can they find the right one? Out it comes as far as Costello, whose jersey's been pulled. The referee says it's going to be a foul, and that's going to be an opportunity.
This time it's going to be inside the arc.
Well, let's see what Martin Flaherty says, because they were going to call up Conor Gleeson, but they might just change that now. He's wearing a blue jersey, and he's just going to stroll up in these orange boots and take his time. And
why wouldn't he if you're playing against the Breeze, Tommy?
No particular hurry here.
8 points to 5 midway through this first half. You'd have to say, Dunmore looking the more stronger side in this opening 15 minutes.
Well, they didn't go for the kick at the post at all. Conor Gleeson took it short instead. Give it to Shane McGrath. Can they orchestrate a move here now? As the chance will come. Ball is drilled in high and over the bar by Thomas Gleeson. 9 points to 5, and everything that's happening is happening good for Dunmore MacHales in the opening 16 and a half minutes here as another Dunmore MacHales man get on the scoreboard. Super score.
A great score, and just shows you there the wisdom of not going for it, taking the short pass, giving it to Shane McGrath then finding Thomas Gleeson in that area, in around the kitchen, the danger area, and putting it over the bar.
Can Annaghdown respond now with a score of their own as they go forward again through Kilcommons? Strong, fit, running player, tries to get it inside towards Frankie, but it's taken away there and comes back out to Frankie Dolan, who goes from a really, really difficult angle there, but sends the ball out to the right hand side and wide, as we're joined by our listeners on Galway Bay FM as well. It's been an interesting opening 16 minutes, Kevin, but the upshot of it all is right now Dunmore MacHales the stronger looking out there, leading by 9 points to 5.
Yeah, and a couple of 2-pointers have been important for them. The one by Conor Gleeson was very, very important. He's also put over a 45, Tommy. So the goalie responsible for 3 scores. But having said that, Colm Costello also been, on target. I think he got 4 points so far. And Pádraig Costello has been very lively. So plenty of action from a Dunmore point of view. From an Annaghdown point of view, very, very dependent on, that 2-pointer that was scored for them by Diarmuid Kilcommons, the opening score for them after 3 minutes. And they've had Stephen Curley, Rian Duggan and Frankie Burke getting the other points.
Yeah, it's an interesting game so far, but the intensity is one thing, that's for sure, and some of the scores have been of the top quality as well, and just a typical Galway Club Championship tie as Annaghdown want to take it quickly. They leave it to their goalkeeper, James Healy, and transfer the ball out to Dara Meehan, and Meehan now will solo past the 45 metre line. What's available for Meehan? They pass inside towards the number 18 in there for Annaghdown. Back out the field it comes, and Frankie Burke gets onto it now, looking for a movement, looking for an option, looking for a bit of space. Solos forward, still going, needs support, doesn't have an awful lot, might be turned over here. Indeed, it is turned over by Dunmore MacHales. They win the free. It's fantastic defending by Dunmore MacHales.
Yeah, there was three players around Frankie Burke there. So you'd have to say to yourself, where were the Annaghdown players that were free if there was 3 defenders around Frankie Burke? He didn't get a lot of support. That was the big problem.
Annaghdown now trying to dispossess their rivals, but it's Dunmore holding on to possession. Ball out over on the far side towards Dylan Brady. Back to Costello, and Colm trying to show a clean pair of heels to the Annaghdown defender in there, but it's not working out, and Dunmore MacHales come back out the field towards Sean Murray. He'll bring in Jack Jordan, who goes past the 45 metre line, past the arc, turns it back outside, gets a pass away. Here's a chance for Pádraig Costello, gets it off towards Colm, back out the field, and Dylan Brady will recycle it again. And Dunmore remaining calm. If the option's not on, they don't panic. They just recycle, get the ball back out and move it in. And here's Shane McGrath being bottled up by 4 Annaghdown players. Diarmuid Kilcommons coming away with it. And Annaghdown trying to hit on the counter-attack. What's available? It's the corner forward. Stephen Curley still going forward. Brought to ground. Pulled back by Sean Murray. That's going to be a free in and an opportunity for Frankie Burke again. Pull down inside, Kevin.
Yeah, it'll be a point, I'd say, from Frankie Burke. But Sean Murray, he was under a lot of pressure there. The man was going by him, and rather than give away a chance of a goal, which was likely on with the run that was being made by Stephen Curley, the foul was committed, and now we have Frankie. Chance for him to get his second score of the game.
Yeah, it'll reduce it to a 3-point ball game if he can guide this one between the posts. Scored a similar one in the 13th minute of the first half. Steps up to the 14, outside of the right boot, makes no mistake. 9 points to 6. Dunmore still lead here, but Annaghdown will be happy enough not to let them move away. They've created far more opportunities in the first half, have Dunmore MacHales. But Frankie Burke's last 2 frees just keeping them in touch here in Tuam Stadium. Beautiful evening and a beautiful surface. Tuam Stadium in absolute splendid condition as well, Kevin. It has to be said, the grass, we walked it there before the game. It's I've never seen it as good.
It's in great form, and we have to say congratulations to Greg Leonard and the team that are working here in Tuam Stadium for the work that they've done. and getting it, in such a pristine condition.
Sean Murray intercepts for Dunmore MacHales, but touches the ball on the ground. If we're not releasing the ball, the referee's going to bring it all the way up to the edge of the small D, as we call it.
That's
now.
The 50-metre rule there coming into play. You can't play. Martin Flaherty, Sean should have released the ball. If the free goes against you, you're supposed to hand it to your opponent. But because he was on the ground, I suppose he didn't want to give away any, ground itself. And now we have a chance for Frankie Burke, and he's coming back outside the D to have a go at this one.
Yeah, he's going to leave it for James.
He's going to leave James Healy, I think, is going to come up.
Yeah, he's going to leave it for the keeper, and if we can see him come up to the edge of the big arc. James Healy puts it on the deck, right on the line, on the 40-metre arc, and a little bit of a breeze behind him. Can he do a Conor Gleeson on it? Kicks it in, but kicks it out to the right-hand side and wide. It never looked like in the short kick, Kevin, from the minute he took the run up to it.
No, it didn't. And we're back on FM, Tommy, so we'll let the people know Dunmore 9, Annaghdown 6 is the scoreline at the moment, and we're looking at 22 minutes gone on the clock. But from that one from James Healy, didn't have the kind of drive through it that Conor Gleeson put on his one. A 2-pointer gone a begging. Yeah,
it was an opportunity for Annaghdown to reduce it to the minimum, but nothing came of it, and the ball is out in the middle of the field. Again, that's touched down brilliantly by Dunmore MacHales in the middle of the field. It gives an opportunity to Shane McGrath. Inside, here's the goal-scoring chance. Will they take it? No, they're happy enough, Dylan Brady, to put it up and over the bar. Therein lies the difference. Dunmore MacHales lethal when they go forward, and they have so many options, Kevin, when they go forward. And I don't know how many players have scored there. You will have that stat in a few minutes, but there's a increasing number of players getting on the scoreboard for Dunmore MacHales. Yeah,
it was a well-taken score, flicked on at the middle of the field and played on by Shane McGrath to Dylan Brady, and Dylan made no mistake. He had a half a goal chance, but, took the sensible option and put it over the bar.
10 points to 6 in favour of Dunmore MacHales. If you're just joining us here in Tuam Stadium, an eventful, lively first half, but it's the men in green and white that have done most of the football, to be honest here, and they deservedly lead by 4 as they give away a free outside the D on the far side of the field. It will be another scoring opportunity, this time for Frankie Burke to come out and try and take it and reduce the deficit back to a 3-point game once again. Frankie makes his way out. The referee just checking his notebook there, but Frankie from difficult enough angle has this chance, but we've seen him over the years, Kevin. He's a reliable, consistently good free taker.
Yes, this is a chance here for a 2-pointer. 5 players have scored for Dunmore, including the goalkeeper Conor Gleeson, Thomas Gleeson, Porrick Costello, Colm Costello and Dylan Brady.
Fine spread of scores for Dunmore MacHales. Frankie Burke would like to see this one go over for Annaghdown. I'll just bring it back to a 2-point ball game as we go towards the latter stages here of the first half. Huge crowd in here as well, it must be said, and fine crowd over on the terrace as well, as Frankie guides this one towards the post. Will it go over? No, it won't. It's a 4th wide, I think, Kevin, as well for Annaghdown. Yes. Dunmore with no wide, but they lead by 4, 10 points to 6.
Yeah, 2-point free chances there gone out of the way for Annaghdown. That would have really made it, a different ball game.
Annaghdown go to win the break again, and that's where they've had a lot of joy in this first half. They're on to that kick out from Gleeson, and they're gathering it, and if they're not cleanly catching it, they're getting the breaks, and they're on the attack once again now, moving it forward. Jack Jordan goes to ground, free outside, and Conor Gleeson will be making his way up again to take this one with just over 25.5 minutes gone in the first half. Instead of Annaghdown could be back to a level game, Kevin, with the two-pointer frees that they missed. They're going to bring in the substitute as we speak, though. However, they're going to bring in Dahi Kilcommons. He's coming into the action. He was named to start but didn't start, as Jamer Kilcommons has a word with the referee as well. But Conor Gleeson will come up, and all of a sudden this gives Dunmore MacHales a chance to go 6 ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, and coming off here, Tommy,
injured.
Yeah.
Corner forward Stephen Curley looks bitterly disappointed to be hobbling off in the first round of the championship. Conor Gleeson now, whose kick is a little bit more to the right of the post than his previous kicks, but again, it's a 2-step 3 at the most. Strikes it in towards the post, and the umpire will go for the orange flag once again. 12 points to 6. We spoke about the 2-pointers before the game, Kevin, and how important they might be, but it's Dunmore MacHales that are getting the most of them.
Yeah, and we were saying, Tommy, in fairness, we were saying that the goal that might yield more 2-pointers was the scoreboard end, whereas now it's the opposite end. It's the town goal, or the scored goal as they call it here in Tuam, is the one that's yielding up those 2-pointers.
Here go Annaghdown looking for a score or 2 before half time. Solo taken into the tackle. Support needed for Niall Brady. Out to Frankie Burke. Does well to stretch up the strong right hand to gather possession. He's
surrounded by 3 players, Tommy.
Surrounded by green jerseys as Annaghdown win a free eventually, but it just shows you the intent that Dunmore MacHales have in this first half.
Substitute from the Annaghdown team, number 9 Dominic Commons replaces number 13 Stephen Curley.
You know, they're on top in a lot of places, Kevin, but you know, their intensity, and they're willing to work, and they're willing to run off the shoulder. You know, they're in a good place right now.
They are in a good place, and we'll soon learn how much additional time is going to be added to this first half. But this is a vital kick. What will Frankie go for it, or will he in fact go short?
Yeah, 2 minutes is the indication that we get from the fourth official that we can see, and he goes short, as Kevin said, out to the far side towards the substitute. Just in, Dahi Kilcommons thought about a 2-pointer, gives it back, and Annaghdown now are faced by a wall of green jerseys, but they're going to have to try and move it in through Owen Reddington. Nice pass inside. Here's the opportunity to try and get it in, but again it's a poor effort that goes out to the right hand side of the post.
3 minutes additional time at the end of this half.
3 minutes, Kevin.
3 minutes additional time.
3 minutes left are to be added on. We're coming up to that very shortly. 12 points for Dunmore MacHales, 6 points for Annaghdown. Conor Gleeson puts the ball on the deck, puts it on the cone, and his puck kickouts have been brilliant in this first half. He knows where he's going with them, he knows who's going to be there up the go, and again it's touched on by Dunmore MacHales. It's definitely worked in training. They just touch it down in the midfield, and we've got a player running through. This time it's Shane McGrath. McGrath goes off the left boot and sends it up and over the bar, pulled back a little bit, and Shane McGrath makes it 13-6, and there's only one team in town at the moment, and that's the men from Dunmore. Dunmore MacHales stretch it to 13 points to 6 deep into the added on time, or into added on time here in June.
Yeah, good score again from Dunmore from the kick-out. Conor Gleeson's kick-outs have been going long all the time. Dunmore have won every break practically from those kick-outs, and set up a massive attack, and now 5 players around Annaghdown man, and Dunmore break away again, Tommy.
Yeah, overturned again, and you just have to sit back and enjoy what Dunmore MacHales are doing, because this is another skyscraper coming in from Colm Costello, high and over the bar. It's been close on 30 minutes of top-class action from the men in green, and they really are putting up their hand here today. 14 points so far to 6 points from Annaghdown, but what a point by Colm Costello.
Yeah, he's fourth, I think, of the half here, Tommy. You know, he's got a couple of frees, but the points from play have been outstanding.
Annaghdown are going to have to get themselves into the dressing room, sit down, have a chat, and try and see where can they turn things around. But in all fairness, it's a Dunmore MacHales team that have turned up for the first round of the championship, well prepared and determined to get a run on their rivals Annaghdown, as Dahi Kilcommons now thought about a 2-pointer, gives it back out towards a man who won't think twice about it if he gets the opportunity. That's Diarmuid Kilcommons. Lovely ball inside here. Annaghdown trying to work something more maybe as the shot comes in, but again it's a poor effort by them.
6 wide, Tommy.
Yeah, it's you can't afford, I suppose in the new rules, every wide kills you, because if the opposition go down and get a 2-pointer, then that's a 3-point turnaround. And
it is, yeah. And watch this, another long kick again. Look, huge kick over the 65-metre line. Flick down again. This time Annaghdown are there to pick it up. Yeah,
well, it's the first of time in a long time that they've won from a Dunmore MacHales kick out. I'd love to see the stats on that, but right now Annaghdown looking for something that might give them something to hold on to before half time. Frankie Burke's shot brilliantly blocked down. Dunmore MacHales regained possession, 14 points to 6 if you're just tuning in to us here. It's Dunmore MacHales, the stronger team, and deservedly leading by 8 points as we go towards the half-time whistle. Martin Flaherty just checking the watch. How much more time will he allow to be played here? Dunmore in possession, maybe not a lot more, but he's happy enough to continue for another few seconds. Doesn't have the whistle in the mouth just yet. He's Dunmore could finish with another score before half time and maybe put this game out of the reach of Annaghdown, because they're in here. The lovely ball inside towards Luke Murray, and Luke Murray fists it across the face of the goal, off the stanchion at the back and over the bar. 15 points for Dunmore MacHales, 6 points for Annaghdown. The referee says enough is enough. Luke Murray gets the last score of the half, and Dunmore lead by 15 points to 6, a 9-point advantage at half time, having led earlier in the game by 6 points to 3 and 9 points to 5. But the last 5 scores have come to Dunmore MacHales. And Kevin, I know you're totting up the scorers there, but there's no one in particular that Dunmore MacHales are dependent on to get their scores. They're giving the ball to the best man in the best position every time.
Yeah, every time. Colm Costello's been outstanding. Porra Costello's got a couple of points for them. Dylan Brady got a score. Shane McGrath got a score. Luke Murray got a score. Conor Gleeson has been really formidable. 2 2-pointers and a 45. That'll give you an idea of the impact that he's had. His kickouts have been absolutely magnificent. Driving the ball long every time. Dunmore breaking the ball at the middle of the field, knocking it inside to the inside forward line, and then the work being done inside. From the point of view of Annaghdown, really missing Damien Comer, there's no doubt about that. No target man inside, the full forward line not really effective. You saw there Frankie Burke got the ball a minute ago. Who blocked it down? Colin Comer. We saw the very first attack from Annaghdown when they came in. Who broke the ball away? Colin Comer. He's the cornerback that has been used and moved into the full back role and really has shone in this first half for Dunmore. So having said that, Tommy, you'd have to say there's only one team in it at half time, and Annaghdown have a lot of thought to do and a lot of work to do in the dressing rooms. Yeah, certainly a lot of soul searching for Annaghdown at half time, Kevin, that is correct. But there's still 30 minutes to go here, but for now it's a 9-point advantage for the men of Dunmore MacHales. They lead at the break here by 15 points to 6. And we'll be back with second half commentary very shortly.
Tuam Stadium for the second half of Dunmore MacHales versus Annaghdown. Just a quick throw of the eye around to see any other changes on the sides as we look out. Of course, there was multiple changes to both sides before the start of the game from that on our programmes here this evening. But it's a big ask for Annaghdown to get back into this one. They need early scores in the second half, Kevin Dwyer. You'd imagine if they're to anyway threaten a well-drilled and a well-up Dunmore MacHales team for this opening championship game.
Yeah, Dunmore really have been lively in the first half, Tommy. The interchange of passing as they move the ball forward, and the pace of their attack really has blitzed Annaghdown. The 15 scores got. The goalie has got 5 points. Like, that'll tell you, what's been happening. And the reason they got those 5 points is that Annaghdown have committed fouls and they've been punished for it with 2-pointers and 145. And the 45 was a basic error. You can't pass back to the goalie, and a pass was made back to the goalie. He couldn't touch the ball, and it went out, and it was a 45. So that'll tell you, it's unfortunate for Annaghdown. They're really getting a rough go of it here.
And 7 different scorers for Dunmore MacHales as well, as we watch the opening stages of this second half here. And going forward is Jim Kilcommons got the opening score for Annaghdown in the first half, goes for a fisted effort, sends it in and sends it up and over the bar. It's a good response by Annaghdown. Jim Kilcommons with his third point reduces the deficit to 15 points to 7 as we watch and wait for this kick out to come as well. And the ball goes towards the middle of the field. They go for it again. It's touched down by a Dunmore MacHales player as the ball is sent inside and delivered long towards the small square. The ball is caught by Shane McGrath, and McGrath will be called back. He's got a free.
The mark. He was given the mark. Flaherty blew the whistle immediately that he caught the ball, gave the mark. So he's going to get a point from this. He'll have to take it himself. So. Yeah, he's won a mark, and now he's a chance of a score. He's
already got one in the first half, and a little tip by Shane McGrath sends that one up and over the bar. We're speaking of Dunmore MacHales, and we also have to mention the sadness in Dunmore this evening at the sudden passing of Tom Kennelly, a brother of former MacHales player John David and Michael Kennelly, sister of Mary and son of Joe and Eileen. Indeed, Tom is survived by his wife Orla and sons Liam, Neil and Rory, who play hurling with Portumna, where Tom lived. A supreme athlete in his younger days in St. Giles College, Tuam, Tom earned a scholarship to the United States and is acknowledged as Dunmore's finest ever athlete. God rest Tom. Funeral details Sunday in Portumna from 4 to 6. J. Garawa Anamisel, Tom Kennelly. Dunmore MacHales looking for another score here. The umpire will go for the white flag again, and that one has gone between the uprights.
Colm
Costello with his 5th point of the afternoon, I make it, and that's a good response back by the Dunmore MacHales man.
Yeah, while you were doing those salutations that you were making there about the deceased man in Dunmore, Lord have mercy on his soul. But just to bring you up to date, Colin Comer was the man that broke up the Annaghdown attack, and he was on Colm Costello's shoulder when he was kicking the ball in for that score. That'll give you an idea of, the kind of work that this young fella is doing at full back for Dunmore.
Yeah, here go Annaghdown now. Still a long way back for them, but they're going to have to start getting something out of their attacks. As we look at the scoreboard, 17 points to 7. Ball over to the far side of the arc. And it comes to Kilcommons, and Kilcommons takes a shot that goes skewing off the outside out to the right hand side and wide number 7. I make that for them as it's goalkeeper Conor Gleeson to take the kick out. This time he goes to this side of the field, gathered there brilliantly by the cornerback Johnny Craven. Craven now gives it back and turned then towards Enda Malarkey, and it's a long way up the field, but they're going to have to work it through the hands, work the passes and try and unlock a really, really tight, resolute Dunmore MacHales defence as the ball eventually is sent inside towards Rian Duggan. Duggan battled up, the referee says unfairly so. We'll have a free on the 40-metre line and taken quickly by the men in maroon and white as the shot comes in towards the small area there. Got a touch on that by an Annaghdown hand out for another wide.
So it's a wide again. That's the 8th wide. Quick kick out.
Oh, brilliant kick out to Shane McGrath. Here you go, Dunmore MacHales now on the attack, looking for another score. Goes to ground. Could have got a free maybe there on another occasion, but it's worked away there by Ethan Ford, and Annaghdown get the free, and they will have this free inside their own 45 metre line. Referee Martin Flaherty telling them where to take it from, and they'll take it across the face of their own goal out around the D and work it forward past the 45 metre line, and the score remains Dunmore MacHales 17 points, Annaghdown 7, as the ball now is with the number 9, Dahi Kilcommons. He's fouled, and it'll be free, and Frankie Burke going to come out and take that. Annaghdown want to make a substitute.
The goalie coming up as well. There's going to be a substitution here.
Yeah, Aidan Burke looks like the man that's going to come into the action here in Tuam Stadium for Annaghdown. And that's just inside the 45 metre line. Austin O'Connell, the linesman, with the flag up. It's the number 12, I think, for Annaghdown that's coming off. Niall Brady is the man making way. James Healy is going to have the free for Annaghdown to try and register a 2-pointer. Strikes it in, but that's curling off to the right hand side and wide. And really, Kevin, when Annaghdown look back at this video highlights during the week, they're going to look at the scoring chances that they created, but they didn't take, whereas Dunmore MacHales have been far more efficient in front of goal.
Yeah, 3 2-pointer chances from frees, Tommy. 2 in the first half they didn't take. That one there, you know, that's 6 points. Like, if you add that 6 to the 7 that they have, you're talking about 13. You're only talking about 4 points between them, and they've had 9 wides entirely, Tommy. So it'll give you an idea that there are chances there for them.
Yeah, but it's the cuteness and the hard work and the hard running of Dunmore MacHales that's really penalising Annaghdown in this game. The referee going to have a word now with Dahi Kilcommons for
overexuberance,
an overzealous tackle, should we call it there, as went in with the face. The referee Martin Flaherty issues a yellow card to the man who came on in the first half. Didn't start despite being named at number 9 on the programme, on a well produced programme, it must be said as well, by the Galway Football Board, with every team, senior and intermediate, perfectly laid out. And
fortunately, some of the clubs already haven't adhered with Tommy.
Well, it's a long couple of weeks with a lot of games, and let's see how close we can get to the lineouts being correct for each game. But right now, Dunmore MacHales see the ball spilled away from them, give away a free for the boot in. And we've played nearly 7 minutes, and you've got a couple of people to say hello today, Kevin.
I just want to say happy birthday to one of the ladies in the coffee dock here that's run by Das, Martina Corcoran. It's her birthday today. And also listening in London, we want to say a very happy birthday to a woman that has been celebrating Kerry's victory, Josephine Mullen. Congratulations and happy birthday to you. And also we'd like to say hello and to Thomas McLaughlin, who'll be listening to us from Corofin. Looking forward to the Corofin game over the weekend.
Yeah, and probably has an interest in watching this as well and listen to this, because a great Galway GA supporter, Tomas. Hope you're keeping well. There's a free in for Annaghdown on the 21 metre line, halfway between the goal post and the sideline, over towards the far side. Frankie Burke territory here, no doubt, again, as the sun continues to shine here. It's a lovely evening. No sign of this big storm, Kevin, that's due to hit us Sunday night, Monday morning. Hopefully the first round of the championship will be well and truly over.
Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely evening here in Tuam. People enjoying it over the far side there, have their hands up to their eyes as the low sun beams in on top of them. Frankie Burke with a chance now to narrow the gap for Annaghdown.
Frankie makes no mistake for his third point of the evening here, 17 points to 8, and Annaghdown want to bring in their number 14 into the action. Dara Hegarty will come in, and we'll see who's going off just down in front of us. The man wearing number 29 makes way. Jack Dowd going off the Annaghdown team. So Annaghdown trying to resurrect something, trying to get something going here. They possibly need a goal or two, you'd imagine, or certainly some 2-pointers, but they're lacking in that department at the moment. And it's a game being dominated very much so by Dunmore MacHales, who lead by 17 points to 8. 9 points the margin now between the sides. a good margin, and any day a good lead for Dunmore MacHales, and a long way back for Annaghdown, who won't give up the ghost, that's for sure, in this very competitive Division 3 or Group 3 of the Galway Senior Football Championship for 2025. Ethan Ford, lovely little pop pass inside, but again there's a lot of green jerseys there denying Annaghdown valuable space, and they're going to have to work this one. Back out it comes towards Dahi Kilcommon, steps inside, foul there as he's going to go for the 2-pointer, but he'll come back for the free outside the D, and this will be an opportunity. Who's going to kick this? Healy's making his way up again, but he hasn't really shone, Kevin, compared to Conor Gleese's kicks.
No, or indeed what Frankie Burke has been doing. Frankie seems to be going for this one because it's just outside the D. That'll put it about 35 metres. So Frankie saying, I'm going to have a go because you haven't been successful, and he's sending James Healy all the way back down to the scoreboard end again at Tube Stadium.
Yeah, here goes Frankie now looking for a 2-pointer.
No, it's not a 2-pointer, Tommy.
1-pointer.
Yeah.
Frankie then trying to guide this
Yeah,
one in. He's got a good curl on it. He has got a good curl on it. It's a super score. 4 points for Frankie Burke, but more importantly, reduces the deficit back down to just 8 points now. And should they get a goal in the next few minutes, then maybe it might revive their chances and give them some hope in this one. But just over 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Dunmore comfortable and good value for their lead.
One of the things I'd say about Annaghdown in this second half is they've managed the kickouts a little bit better, and they've been flooding the middle of the field. But that time, Gleeson opted to go short.
He did have to go short, and it's with Dunmore MacHales now. Send a lovely ball inside, 50-50. Oh, brilliant touch in there by Shane McGrath. McGrath goes for the return pass again. Here goes Shane McGrath. Oh, lovely ball inside. Must be a goal for Dunmore MacHales. It is a goal for Dunmore MacHales. Shane McGrath involved in a lot of it. A ball was fisted inside into the Dunmore number 14. Pádraig Costello made no mistake whatsoever. A super goal. 1 goal and 2 points. I make it for him now in this contest. And what a score, what a goal. And if there was any doubt about it, Kevin, now it's well and truly Dunmore's day, you'd imagine.
Yeah, well, you would indeed. There's no doubt about it that it all came from that short kick out from Gleeson, where Dunmore picked the ball up early and attacked down the length of the field. And the little flick on, I'm just looking to see, I think the flick on came from Colm Costello, and he flicked it on to Shane McGrath, and McGrath put it inside to Pádraig Costello, and Pádraig Costello, no mistake. And now, I don't know whether it's
not for 3 up. It's going to be a free.
A breach here,
Breach, it's a breach.
There's a breach, so there's a free in for Annaghdown.
Yeah. Frankie Burke is going to call on James Healy this time to come up the field.
So he's going to take it from outside the arc. Another chance for a 2-pointer. They've had 3 goals at this, Tommy, so far. Can they get one? Could be important.
Yeah, it could be important, and it's, I suppose, for going forward even into the next round of the championship, there's certain things that they're going to have to try and get right in the final 20 minutes of this game, and try and then bring something positive forward to the next game if they don't get anything out of this one.
Looks
Healy strikes it. Yeah, it looks good from here. It's a great kick, far better kick by James Healy, and James has sent that one between the uprights, and it's given Annaghdown a total now of 11 points, but they're well behind, 117-11, back to a 9-point ball game again, and Conor Gleeson placed the ball on the deck, no particular hurry here to get it out, but he's well.
They've gone man on man out in the middle of the field, Annaghdown, and that's really putting pressure on this kick out.
Yeah, Gleeson goes long to the far side, up to go for it, knocked down, and again it's picked up by Shane McGrath. Shane now driving forward, brilliant work by him, lovely ball in over the top. Here's a chance now for another goal for Dunmore MacHales, back of the net, game over in Tune Stadium. Shane McGrath, the provider once again, and the ball is sent to the back of the net by Thomas Gleeson, and you simply cannot give Dunmore MacHales an ounce of space. 2-17-11 points. And talk about putting out a statement at the first round of the championship, Dunmore MacHales, intermediate champions in 2022, have blitzed Annaghdown here this evening. 2-17-11 points, Kevin.
Yeah, a huge score from Dunmore MacHales, and they're very good value for it. They're really, the way they counter-attack and the pace and the directness of what they're doing, Tommy, you can see it all the time. There's no passing back and over, no lateral passing. Every ball is going 20, 30 metres forward all the time.
Yeah, it certainly is a joy to watch. as Annaghdown go forward now through Dahi Kilcummins, tries to get the ball in. The referee said it's a foul on the 40-metre line. Dunmore MacHales with 6 players around the Annaghdown player, and that's the type of pressure, that's the type of intensity that the Dunmore MacHales men have brought to this encounter this evening. Frankie Burke sends that one over the crossbar. 5 points for him, but certainly it's 2 pointers or a goal that they need at this stage. They are gone to 12 points, but they trail by 2-17 to 12. And now we're going to have a substitution for Dunmore MacHales, and in comes number 28. Kevin, we got the changes earlier there on the Dunmore MacHales team. The number 28 on the back here is Dahi Reddington. So Dahi Reddington comes in to the side for Dunmore MacHales. So a couple of additions to the programme here as well. And that's
gone off there is the number 6, Sean Murray.
Yeah, Sean Murray is being replaced as Annaghdown win the kick out and move the ball to this side of the field towards Dahi Kilcummins. Dahi now inside towards Frankie Burke. Tries to spin by his man. Still going, still got it in the legs. Lovely ball back to Kilcummins. Inside again to Frankie Burke. Good return pass, and a fisted effort by Frankie Burke was up and over the bar. Frankie doing his bit for the cause for Annaghdown. He's got 6, and they've got 13 now, Annaghdown in total. And it's Dunmore MacHales 2-17. Annaghdown 13 points. Bright sunshine still with us here in Tuam Stadium.
The kick out again will be vital here, Tommy. You'd imagine, with Gleeson go along, looking out again, Annaghdown have really done their homework at half time on this kick out. They're marking up man to man. 3 of them around this ball.
James Healy, the goalkeeper, between the 45 and 65, picks it out of the sky for Annaghdown and moves it forward. Here go Annaghdown now, looking for a movement inside. The ball is brilliantly won back there, however, by Matthew Reddington. Brilliant work by him to get it out the field, and the substitute can come away with it, who is Dahi Reddington. Across the field it comes to this side, and Dunmore MacHales get it in towards Shane McGrath again. He's been brilliant in this second half, and has sent another lovely ball inside towards Warwick Costello, and Colm Costello it was in fact, but just a little bit beyond him, and that's intercepted here again by Dunmore MacHales. They could be in for a third goal here. Still going forward, shot comes in, the ball is in the back of the net. We've got another goal. We've got an 8th different scorer for Dunmore MacHales. We'll get you the number in 2 seconds as he turns his back and makes his way out to the field. But it's another goal for Dunmore MacHales.
I think it's the number 19, is it?
Brendan Carr becomes the 8th different player from Dunmore MacHales to bring their tally to 3-17 to 13 points, Kevin, and we still have over 13 minutes on our stopwatch left in this one.
Well, you'd have to give that goal to Brendan Carr. Dispossessed the man that he was marking, took the ball off him, went through, had only one thing in his mind, Tommy, all the way, put it in the back of the net, and, he won a dirty ball that fell in the square and managed to tap it into the back of the net. Great work from Brendan Carr, but it shows you the mentality of the Dunmore players. It's all about going forward, going forward, going forward.
Yeah, and they've done that in spades here this evening. Annaghdown looking for what will only be consolation scores now. Dara Hegarty gets on the mark for his side with a point after being introduced. So they're gone to 14 points, but trailing by 3-17 to 14. It's just a long last 12 or 13 minutes here now for the Annaghdown men. Some of the Annaghdown supporters making their way out of the ground, I see as well, and certainly they won't be happy. I know it's an Annaghdown team that has a lot of injuries. No Damien Comer, and a couple of lads gone away as well for the summer, so it's certainly didn't help Norman O'Brien, the manager of Annaghdown.
Yeah, I think players like Mike Nocton have switched code as well, Tommy, so it's tough going for them.
Yeah, every player you lose is a huge loss, but Dennis Fallon, the Dunmore MacHales manager, will he be very happy, Kevin, with what he's seen here tonight. They've obviously worked hard in the training. They've done their work on the new rules. They've did well in the league, as you said, victorious.
It's a reflection of what they did in the league, Tommy.
Yeah.
They did the same to St. James's. They blitzed them. You can't say that they aren't a very powerful side. They had a great run last year in the championship. They've come up from intermediate. and they've built in confidence all the way, and you can see that confidence really oozing out of them tonight. A lot of great young players out there really showing up tonight.
Yeah, here's a chance for Healy to get another one. Strikes this one well and sends it up and over the bar. 2 points is the signal from the referee. So that's 4 points for James Healy. 16 for Annaghdown. And they make another substitution. Keane Heavey is coming into the Annaghdown team, and we're waiting to see who they're going to bring off, as Austin O'Connell, the linesman, is waving the white flag down in front of us here, calling for player to come off. Down to our right hand side, I think it's the number 8 for Annaghdown that makes way. Owen Reddington off. Lovely ball again to the middle of the field to Thomas Gleeson, who scored 1-2 from midfield for Dunmore MacHales this evening, in as far as the 45 metre line. Plenty running off the ball by Dunmore, and it's Annaghdown trying to chase down the runners. The ball transferred back outside again.
The lateral playing now from Dunmore, the first we've seen in the game from them.
Yeah, they're happy enough, I think, now just to see out the final 10 or 11 minutes here. They have the game practically home and hosed, as the ball is sent back there towards Brendan Carr. Carr fouled outside the D, and Gleeson takes a swig of water before making his way all the way up to the opposite 45 to have another cut at this one. 5 points for the Dunmore MacHales goalkeeper so far in the game. Same tally as Colm Costello and Pádraig Costello, who between them have scored 1 goal and 12 points.
That's a huge score, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah. But Conor Gleeson has been outstanding with those. He hasn't missed anything, Tommy. That's the bottom line about it. You know, he's kicked these balls directly over the bar. You called it, the style of kicking that he has as a 2-step up, and he drives through the ball. The foot stays on the target, and inevitably it goes over the maroon spot.
Here goes Gleeson then. Steps back, guides it in, but this time no. He guides it out, and I'm not sure.
Commentators curse, Tommy.
I'm not sure how many wides that is for Dunmore. That might be their first wide, Kevin.
Well, I think it is, Tommy. I really do. I don't think I have them down for a wide at all. It is the first wide of the game, Tommy.
First wide for Dunmore MacHales. 8 for Annaghdown, who will still continue to fight in this game and see out the final 8 or 9 minutes here, but they are trailing by 3-17 to 16 points. And it's Annaghdown in possession, but simply can't get past the Dunmore MacHales defence, and that'll be another free in to Annaghdown. Dunmore MacHales want to bring on a substitution as well. They want to bring in number 22, Matthew Connolly, into the action, and they will give a run to Matthew Connolly. Remember, this is the first of our 6 live games here on Galway GAA TV over the weekend. We've got 2 more tomorrow here in Tuam Stadium, 2 in Pearse Stadium on Sunday, and 1 on Sunday evening in Kenny Park and Athenry. We'll give you details of all those games later on as the ball is dropped in and taken out of the sky by Conor Gleeson. Solos out from defence, needs to offload it, and does offload it out to this side. Dunmore put under a lot of pressure there, but they walk the ball across, and they have space on the far side to try and launch another attack. Brendan Carr holds up possession, needs to go back and has time to go back. Leading here in Tuam Stadium by 3-17 to Annaghdown 16 points. The goal is proven to be crucial now, as Dunmore work it up through the centre now, sun in the eyes of the referee Martin Flaherty. But Dunmore MacHales enjoying another spell of possession out towards Shane McGrath, back out the field towards Carr. Carr in turn then will find Matthew Reddington. Festival started in Dunmore this weekend as well, Kevin. There'll be plenty more festivities, I'd imagine, if Dunmore see out this and go on to celebrate over the weekend.
Well, they'll be able to celebrate this anyhow tonight, there's no doubt about it, because you can't see Annaghdown coming back 3-17 to 16 points. Dunmore have been really comprehensive in the way they've played this game.
Yeah, here goes Carr then for a point as well to add to his goal, and just sends it out to the left hand side and wide. It looked for a moment that it may have just snuck in, but it goes out only for their second wide of the contest. As the ball is sent across here towards Ethan Ford, short kick out for Annaghdown. We've got just over 6 minutes to go here. 6 minutes for Annaghdown to try and restore a little bit of pride here and maybe threaten the Dunmore goal. And the Dunmore goalkeeper, Frankie Burke, worked tirelessly, has scored 6 points. Back out the field it comes towards Hegarty, and Hegarty is dispossessed, and Dunmore not easing off the pedal whatsoever. Finishing strong. Thomas Gleeson is
ready to pick it up.
Picks it up, but runs about 40 metres in as well, and has time to turn around and find his man in Brendan Carr. And Annaghdown will recycle this one back and give it to this side. Easy for Dunmore MacHales now. All you need to do is see out the remaining minutes. It's been a brilliant performance by them. Shane McGrath, he's been very prominent in the second half here. Shane McGrath gives the ball back. The shot will come in, and the ball is registered up and over the bar by Colm Costello. 6 points for Colm Costello. And just when you think he might be having a kind of a quiet second half, just pops up, the ball is there, and he makes brilliant finisher.
Brilliant finisher. And don't forget, he was the man that made the flick on for the first goal, Tommy, as well. Which is it was a huge contribution, because it really cemented the victory for Dunmore, that goal.
A couple of more changes being made. The aforementioned Colm Costello can afford to be taken off by the Dunmore MacHales manager, Dennis Fallon. And we will see Frankie Burke come off as well here now. So changes being made by both sides as we tick into the final few minutes here in Tuam Stadium. Dunmore MacHales 318, Annaghdown 16 points. Annaghdown being forced to play it over to the far side.
Number 21, Colm Costello.
Goals are the only things now that Annaghdown would make any way forward here. Here's the opportunity maybe for Dahi Kilcommons going forward. The referee's going to give a penalty to Annaghdown. I'd imagine the signal will be the two hands outstretched by the referee, Martin Flaherty. It is a penalty, and it is maybe a little bit of a hope for Annaghdown. Have they got a penalty taker on the field now? Because you'd imagine Frankie Burke, Kevin Dwyer would have been the man to take that one, but the referee is going in to have a word with his officials, the two umpires down to the goal on our left, just double checking what that is, and he will give the penalty to Annaghdown. The man that's entrusted with the task is number 14, Dara Hegarty, who came on in the second half. It's Hegarty against Conor Gleeson. Conor Gleeson, well known for saving penalties. Can he save this one? Hegarty strikes it in, comes back off the post. The rebound comes back to Hegarty, and the ball goes out wide to the right hand side of the post. When it's not your day, it's not your day. Well, I just wonder, did Gleeson get a hand
to that? He did. He got a touch to it, Tommy. Touched it off the post. The rebound came out. Hegarty had a fly kick at it and drove it out wide.
Yep. It was a goal they needed, and it just didn't happen. I know, Kevin, you were having a look through the potential nominees for player of the match as well, and we'll announce that as well at the end of the game here, as Dunmore MacHales win the kick out easily. What the referee has spotted something, he said go back, we'll take the free again, as it's going to be Dunmore MacHales with just over 2 minutes make it to go. We'll be getting added on time from the fourth official this side, or from the linesman Austin O'Connell. He's going to double check, see how much is going to be added on. As Dunmore finish as they started, attacking Annaghdown at will, making space. Lovely ball across here. Another scoring opportunity for Dunmore MacHales. The ball is fisted in, comes back off the upright. Annaghdown are alert to it. The opportunity was there by Jack Jordan. He tried to fist it on over the bar from long range, came back off the upright, and away to safety for Annaghdown. Annaghdown trying to come away with it. That's a Jack O'Neill that came on for them as the ball is sent across towards the 45, picked up by Annaghdown, and now they need to move it forward quickly to one of their better players today, Jimmer Kilcommons. Kilcommons now driving forward. Lovely little fisted pass. Inside it goes towards Keane Heavey. Heavey now off the left foot looking for a score, drops it in, but only into the waiting hands of Conor Gleeson. And Gleeson now offloads it into Dunmore MacHales. It's back inside their own 21 middle line, trying to come away with it and get it down to this side. Time running out now for Annaghdown, and Dunmore just very close to recording a comfortable victory, it looks like here, leading by 27 points to 16, 3-18 to 16. As the ball touched on the ground there, no play on, says the referee Aidan Burke, the man in possession. As Annaghdown are going to have to regroup before the next round. Of course, they'll be playing the losers of the other game in the next round. It's winners versus winners and losers versus losers for round 2. Ball picked up and moved out the field again by Annaghdown.
There will be at least 3 minutes of additional time at the end of this now. At least 3 minutes.
3 minutes as the ball is driven in towards the edge of the square. Up they go for it, comes back, comes off a hand of an Annaghdown player, out for a wide ball. So we're playing the additional added on 3 minutes now here in Tuam Stadium. It's only a matter of time before the referee Martin Flaherty will blow the final whistle. The cheers will come from the Dunmore MacHales supporters, that's for sure. They've come to Tuam. They've done the business in the open round of the Secours Senior Football Championship. They've been very impressive. You have to hand it to them. Like, you know, they've obviously, as I said earlier, they've trained well, trained hard. They've come up with a game plan and they've stuck to it right from the very off. And here go Annaghdown now, trying to move it in. Dahi Kilcommons off to Diarmid. Diarmid, crossfield ball is going to work out. The referee's going to go back for a free between the two arcs, and it'll be a free in for Annaghdown. James Healy wants to come up and try and take this one. 16 points for Annaghdown. I suppose in any other given year, Kevin, 16 points would be a good score in a senior football championship match, but not with the new rules now. You're going to have to be putting up a decent score now to win most games. Gleeson again takes it down, goes to ground, and the referee says he was fouled.
You can't touch the goalie of the small square, Tommy. So. Yeah,
fairness, that's a free out all day long for Dunmore MacHales. And again, their energy is relentless. They just don't know when to stop. They keep going, they keep running, and they keep bringing the game to Annaghdown despite leading comfortably, and just drive towards the 45. A lot of movement off the ball. This is one thing that's impressive. Thomas Gleeson now thought about having a shot maybe. Crossfield ball towards Brendan Carr. Carr sends a beautiful ball in towards Costello. Sees that ball curling. Is it curling enough? It is from here. That's a super score by Pádraig Costello. The icing on the cake by Pádraig Costello. 1 goal and 3 for him. 6 points for Colm Costello. 5 for Conor Gleeson. A goal for Brendan Carr. Yeah, certainly 8 different scores I make it for Dunmore MacHales, and that's a fabulous return by any manner of means in any game. And they certainly have the firepower up front, even after this opening game of the Secours Senior Football Championship for 2025. 3 goals and 19 points for Dunmore MacHales, and down 16 as Kilcommons, that's the centre half back, drives it in but drives it out to the right hand side of wide. Referee's checking his watch now. We may have come to the end of this opening game in the Galway Senior Football Championship for 2025 at senior level, and it looks like Conor Gleeson may have the last kick here. As we're back live on Galway BFM as well, as the ball goes out to the middle of the field. Martin Flaherty says enough is enough. The game is over here. It's finished in the end by Dunmore MacHales victorious on the final scoreline of 3 goals and 19 points to Annaghdown 16 points. Kevin, your quick thoughts after that one there, as we will
Yeah, Annaghdown without Damien Comer, of course, were really struggling all the way. But they did have, lots of good effort. James Healy, unfortunate, with a couple of 2 points efforts. He nailed one eventually. I thought Oleg Kelly was very good for them and need them forward in defence. At the middle of the field, they were just cut out a little bit there. Ryan Duggan tried very hard in the Malarkey, but the two Kilcommonses, Diarmid and Dahi, were outstanding for them, and Frankie Burke gave it his all right throughout the game. But Dunmore were really imperious. Conor Gleeson was outstanding. He kicked 5 points for them, or 7 points I think for them, and he also got saved a penalty. Colin Comer was super at that full back, did an awful lot of great work throughout the game. Matthew Reddington, Sean Murray all played very, very well, and Luke Murray. I thought Thomas Gleeson at the middle of the field was very good. Brendan Carr really worked hard. Great work from Dylan Brady throughout, but the forward line of Colm Costello, Pádraig Costello and Shane McGrath were absolutely lethal for Dunmore. What 3 forwards to have. Pádraig Costello was outstanding, but I thought Colm Costello was the man that was making everything tick. He flicked the ball on at one stage for that goal, the first goal that they got. He kicked some great points. Pádraig got a great point on in the first half, but I thought Colm Costello definitely, for me, was the man of the match for Dunmore.
Colm Costello is the player of the match as selected by Kevin Dwyer on co-commentary here with us today in Tuam Stadium. A wonderful victory for Dunmore MacHales. Disappointment for Annaghdown. They scored 16 points, but they couldn't put up with the constant threat of a really, really strong Dunmore MacHales side, who've won on a final scoreline of 319 to 16 points here in the opening round of the Galway Senior Championship for 2025. As we look out onto the field, we see both sides in a warm-up, or a warm-down, should we say, to go there. But we'll be back here very shortly with some post-match reaction from the game here. But we leave you here in a beautiful evening in Tuam Stadium. It's finished in a win for Dunmore MacHales. Dunmore MacHales 3 goals and 19 points, and Annaghdown 16 points. Welcome back to Tuam Stadium. I'm delighted to be joined by two very happy Dunmore MacHales men, manager Dennis Fallon and player of the match Colm Costello. We'll start with you, Dennis. First round games sometimes can be iffy. You don't know what you're going to get. You trained hard and what happens on the day, but you must be very happy with the way your team played there this evening.
Oh, I would, of course. Naturally enough, you'd be happy with a 1 point win. To get a 12 point win, like, we're just delighted with that. Our first half performance, I think, was excellent. We seemed to die off a bit in the second half. Our intensity seemed to just drop a bit. But overall, a 12 point win, brilliant stuff.
It was intense, and you brought that intensity right from the very off to the game. You brought the game to Annaghdown, and you know, even there in the second half when the goals came from hard work in defence and moving the ball quickly up front.
Yeah, it's something that we work on. Like, you know, in the modern game now, you have to bring that intensity into the game, and we're very happy. Like, with championship football, you have to be intense. You know, like, you'll get no soft games in Galway championship, and we knew Annaghdown would really put it up to us. So fair play to the lads. Like, you know, they were well tuned in, and from the off, like, they just hit the ground running.
Colm, we'll bring you in. First year, the new rules, they're not doing any harm to Dunmore MacHales. You seem to enjoy it out there, and tell us a little bit about that. You've adapted well to them anyway.
Yeah, the rules are definitely a lot more enjoyable. There's definitely a lot of room out there for the forwards, and I suppose the forwards we have a lot of pace up front, so it's suiting us so far, and we'll see how we get on the rest of the championship.
I said you had 8 different scorers today, and you know what I noticed was everyone was giving the ball to the best man in position, and you know it was really great to see.
Yeah, we spoke about that. We need every game we need a spread of scores, I suppose, because as I said the last day, like, could be some days where a lad or two is not performing, and when you have eight scores, you're going a long way to winning. Like,
a couple of 2-pointers out there today as well. Your goalkeeper coming up and scoring a couple of them as well.
Yeah, Connor had a great day in the freeze. He puts a lot of work into them, so glad for now they were going over today, so fair play to him.
You're in a tough group. This is 1 game of 3, so you'll be looking forward to the next game in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, 2 weeks now. We don't know who we're playing yet. It's the winner of the next game, or the game tomorrow, so we'll put 2 weeks hard training and try and get over that round again. Keep going. Well
done, Colm, on the Galway Bay FM match. Dennis, congratulations once again. Great to get a winning start, and look forward to the next game, as I said to Colm.
Oh, definitely. Like, we can enjoy our win tonight, relax, go and watch the game tomorrow, or on Sunday, and see who comes out there. Whichever team we're playing next is going to be tough. Like, you know, it is a tough group, and we just have to keep focusing on ourselves and bringing our best performance to each game.
Well, we certainly look forward to seeing you playing again. That's the first of our 6 live games this weekend on Galway GAA TV. Remember, we've got 2 big games coming up tomorrow. Here in Tuam Stadium, we're back again for Monavea Abbey versus Corofin, the county champions, and that'll be followed by Mountbellion Mile versus Saltine Lochnacara. 3 more games to come on Sunday. But if you want to find details of all the matches being covered this weekend, you can go on to the Galway GAA TV, Stream Sport, or Galway Bay FM on all their socials. You'll get all the details there. But from a very happy Dunmore MacHales camp here in Tuam Stadium, who've defeated Annaghdown in the first game by 319 to 16 points. My sincere thanks to Brian and to Kevin Dwyer here as well on co-commentary in Tuam Stadium. Till we meet again, goodbye for now. Strikes it. Yeah, it looks good from here. It's a great kick, far better kick by
and that's really putting pressure on this kick out.
Yeah, Gleeson goes long to the far side, up to go for it, knocked down, and again it's picked up by Shane McGrath. Shane now driving forward, brilliant work by him, lovely ball in over the top. Here's a chance now for another goal for Dunmore MacHales, back of the net, game over. That the Dunmore MacHales men have brought to this encounter this evening. Frankie Burke sends that one over the crossbar legs. Lovely ball back to Kilcommons, inside again to Frankie Burke. Good return pass, and the fisted effort by Frankie Burke was up and over the bar. Frankie doing his bit for Costello, and Colm Costello it was in fact, but just a little bit beyond him, and that's intercepted here again by Dunmore MacHales. They could be in for a 3rd goal here. Still going forward, shot comes in, the ball is in the back of the net. We've got another goal, we've got a lead. Yeah, and they've done that in spades here this evening. Annaghdown looking for what will only be consolation scores now. It's for Healy to get another one. He strikes this one well and sends it up and over the bar. 2 points is the signal from the referee. Gives the ball back. The shot will come in, and the ball is registered up and over the bar by Cullum Costa. The rebound comes back to Hegarty and the ball goes out wide to the right hand side of the post. When it's not your day, it's not your day. Here sends a beautiful ball in towards Costello. Sees that ball curling. Is it curling enough? It is from here. That's a super score by Pádraig Costello.